Colby Covington continues to duck Ian Garry and is doubling down on an outright lie that he was injured very early in the fight against Leon Edwards. A few days ago, he was on the Hodge twins podcast. He discussed his summer return, which is supposed to be during International Fight Week. He also went on a bit of a lying tangent about his fight against Leon Edwards, as well as discussed Ian Garry, but I think he just continues to totally duck Garry and act like somehow Gary's not at his level and doesn't deserve a fight against him. So in today's video, we're going to break down what was said on the podcast by Colby Covington. We're going to kind of dismantle his lies and show some video evidence that the injury claim seems to be false for Mr. Colby Covington. So make sure you guys smash the like button. We're going to jump right into it and start the podcast off with the first clip that's worth watching here.
I'm going to fight this summer for sure. Someone's going to get fought.
So he announces he's fighting this summer.
Yeah. You know, they're trying to figure out who the biggest name and the best business that we can do.
We already know who the name is. The right name for him is Ian Garry. That's the fight that makes the most sense. I have an inkling that he's trying to angle towards a fight against a washed Wonderboy Thompson. Sorry, Wonderboy, you're catching some strays. I don't really think you're that washed, but definitely an easier fight than a primed version of Ian Garry. And Wonderboy already has been exploited to have that wrestling weakness where Ian Garry's takedown defense seems pretty damn solid.
For the UFC, so International Fight Week is like their big event in the summer at the UFC.
We knew it was International Fight Week. I've said that I want to see him fight at International Fight Week, and I've said it should be against Ian Garry.
You got anybody in your sights yet, or who's your biggest beef right now?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I got unfinished business with my last fight. You know, Leon Edwards, the guy that has the title right now. You know,
the business is finished with Leon Edwards. You clearly lost the fight, Colby. Okay, you had a decent little takedown at the end in control, but he fought horribly throughout pretty much the whole 20 minutes up until that last round.
Broke my foot in the first, 5 seconds of the fight. I threw a kick. It broke in 3 different places.
What did you say? He broke his foot? He broke his foot? He's doubling down on this foot break. We're going to look at a clip of the kick that he claims to have broken his foot on. And I'll be honest with you, I know a thing or two about injuries in the fight game, and I know some snappy kickers out there that throw some heat, and they ain't breaking their foot off kicks like this. Hopefully YouTube doesn't kill me because I got a UFC clip. Look at that. Is that the kick that breaks a foot? This is it? Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. That's the kick? This kick right here. This kick breaks your foot? Oh, it hit the elbow, he'll claim. You'll hear it in a second. It hit the elbow. I don't buy that.
Dude,
that was your last fight, right?
Before this point, Joe Rogan was even saying that Colby looked uncharacteristically hesitant in the fight.
Yeah, I was compromised from the first second. I threw a high kick.
Wait, he was compromised from the second round? Did he break it in the second round or in the first round? Or did he break it in the 5th round?
Landed on his elbow, broke in 3 different places, and then I was...
Landed on the elbow. Okay. Look at this picture. Perfect. They give us the evidence we need. Do I see a foot landing on an elbow here? I see the foot not touched. If you would have told me he would have broke his shin, I would have believed it more. That doesn't look like a foot-breaking high kick to the elbow. It would have to strike the bone. The foot is already past the elbow. So this right here is the strike that broke your foot? You broke it with the high kick? The video that I showed already? We'll watch it one last time because it's a complete lie. It's not true. This shot didn't break your foot, Colby. It's a lie. It's an outright lie. He's doubling down on this BS lie because obviously Colby Covington, businessman, is trying to finagle his way into another world title fight, which he's not getting right away. And he knows he's going to have to fight a contender. And I just think it's disgraceful to be going around on all these podcasts, all these news shows, and just saying that you were injured throughout the whole 5 rounds. And this was the strike that broke it. I don't see that. He may have broken his foot in the fight, but I don't believe it was this strike. I think it's a great narrative to play. Fake news, Colby, playing the narrative right here. If I broke my foot in the first minute. I don't think so. I've watched that clip 40 times today to try and see if there's maybe a break. And then this picture gives me even more evidence that there is no break here. It's a lie. Colby Covington's a liar. He's a pathological liar, and it's disgusting here. Because he's on a podcast with some good dudes. I fuck with the Hodge twins. They're casual MMA fans. They don't know much about it. They see Colby as a pretty straight up guy. They don't know that he's coming on their show lying to them.
I was on one foot, and I was just kind of backpedaling. I couldn't
You were definitely backpedaling, but it's because you had nothing for Leon.
implement my game plan, which is go forward, put the pressure on, and make it a
I don't even want to hear any more about
dogfight,
this.
because that's where I thrive at.
So you fought the entire fight with a broken fucking foot?
25 minutes with a broken foot, man.
Of course you're going to push. You fought 25 minutes with a broken foot. Come on. Come on, Colby. Come on, Colby. Come on, Colby. There's no pictures of you with a cast hobbling around. Come on. And if there is, they're fake. Somebody find one. Maybe one of you saw it. I think that Colby Covington ego is hurting, and he's trying to push this false claim to stay relevant. Well, if you want to clean your slate and get the respect of the people back, then step in the cage and take on one of the brightest prospects in the sport, Ian Garry. But that just doesn't seem like something he wants to do. And you know what? Colby also said something funny at 17:25. Let me bring it up. Where is it here? 17:25. Let's play this.
Knocking guys down, knocking people out, putting the pressure on. And
He claims that he was knocking people out in camp. Does any of you believe that he was knocking people out in camp? When is Colby Covington knocking anybody out? He's not known for the punching power. He's a volume guy. He's knocking people out in camp, maybe tiring them out, maybe making them tap out, but knocking people out in camp? Bro, the lies are off the charts here, and I feel bad for the Hodge twins sitting here with Colby, who seems to be like a straight-up guy because he plays the character well, but he's completely full of shit. He's a liar. And all the MMA fans that follow the sport know that Colby's a liar. Maybe a small percentage have some faith in him. I personally don't. The fight against Ian Garry was mentioned, okay? And again, he's disrespecting the Hodge twins low-key because they don't know the truth. So they're taking it as what he's saying is factual, as what he's saying is honest narrative, when it's not honest. Let's listen to it.
no, I'm going to probably have to fight someone else to get back to him. So whoever, there's this kid that's been calling me out, this kid, Ian Garry.
Ian Garry, who's a very popular prospect, Irish fighter. This is a perfect co-main event for UFC 303. Let's not act like he's a nobody, this kid. He's a good fighter, unbeaten as a pro.
He's a nobody. I gave him some stipulations. I said, hey, man, if you want to fight me, you have to show me you're serious about business because
Serious about business. The Hodge twins are getting disrespected again here. He's exploiting them, lying to the Hodge twins. He's serious about business. They're thinking, okay, make sure he shows up. Let's let the clip play, and then we're going to bring up the stipulations.
when I do business, I'm serious about it. Like, I show up to every fight. I've never pulled out of one fight. I've been injured. I've been sick. I've been, this, that. But I always show up and do my business because I love the UFC. It's the greatest organization
The Hodge twins are getting fucked with, man.
in our world. So he has to show me he's serious. He was supposed to be in the last fight in the press conference. He pulls out the day of the press conference because he
He claims he was sick. I mean, we got to take him at his word. He said he had the flu.
knew I was going to be on stage and we were going to have, some beef. So that shows me that he's not serious.
He
about
didn't
it.
want you talking about his mama.
The Hodge twins are funny. I got no ill will towards Hodge twins here. They're getting lied to because they're thinking, stipulations, business. They don't know the video. They didn't see it. But we got it right here. Let me make sure my head doesn't look enormous here. I got to shrink myself a little bit. Oh my gosh, the stipulations, the lie of stipulations, the joke of stipulations. Here's the stipulations.
You can meet these 3 stipulations, we got to fight. Stipulation number 1, you and that gold-digging whore got to turn your Instagram comments back on. And if you turn them off before the fight, you forfeit the fight.
This one here, I've said I'm kind of down for. Put your damn Instagram comments on, Ian Garry. But I get why he's not. Because the Colby Covington nut hugger fans are fucking delirious. And they're going to drive you crazy. So I get why he's limited comments on IG. And fighting against Colby, you're going to get a ton of those assholes.
If you turn them off during fight week or after I beat your ass, you forfeit your purse. Stipulation number
Unrealistic.
2. Ian, we've heard you cry and beg on your knees, but we all know that you're not the boss and you don't wear the pants in the relationship. Layla, you got 60 seconds to convince me and the people.
Stupid. Why is Layla going to sit there and beg you to fight her husband? Come on, man. It's a fight between you and him. You don't need this delusion. Do you want to fight the guy or not?
Why this fight needs to happen. So put your husband in the corner, get on your hands and knees, and beg.
It's like the Hodge twins are sitting there assuming stipulations that are realistic, believing what Colby's saying about Ian Garry. But these stipulations were disgusting, moronic, a waste of our time, not going to happen. Fight him or don't.
Now for stipulation
This one's the worst one, man.
number 3, my personal favorite. As you all might have noticed, something's been missing from my MyBookie promos lately. That's because I've been saving that spot for a special someone. Layla, You want to be a star? You want the spotlight? I got it for you, sweetie. You want your 15 seconds of fame, Layla? I'll give you your 15 seconds of fame right here for America's Pick of the Week. After I beat your husband, because that's a foregone conclusion, I will beat him. He's going to sit in the corner just like he does with all that cuck stuff.
Low blow. Low blows, man. Colby don't hold punches. He hits low.
If you guys do, and he's going to watch while you get your 15 seconds of fame. Ball's in your court now.
Come on, bro.
Cuck boy.
It's not going to happen. It's delusional, man. And the Hodge twins are getting exploited too. They don't know the truth behind it. They're excited to have Colby on, a high caliber fighter, but like it's bullshit, man. It's complete crap. And I try to give Colby the benefit of the doubt. I wanted to try and give him as much benefit of the doubt as I could. And I went through and I watched the interview, and then I'm looking at the reality of the fact. His foot wasn't broken in that first high kick, okay? The stipulations are fake news. They're not going to happen. They're stupid, and they're not part of the fight game. If you're really about that life, Colby Covington, step in the cage with Ian Garry. You know it's a marquee fight. Who are you going to fight instead? Wonder Boy? Is that the matchup you're trying to signal for? Come on, man. Nobody wants to see that fight. Nobody cares to see you fight Wonder Boy at this point. And I want to bring this back to the podcast because after, essentially a bullying tirade, if you look at the earlier part of this podcast, Colby Covington discusses childhood and when he was bullied and tries to claim that he's not a bully at heart. But like, who in the right mind, even in the fight game, is going to take extremely low shots? There have been some big trash talkers in the past, and I get some hate, bullshit, and banter. But at the end of it, I like the mutual respect that comes with fighting. Colby's not about that. He's a troll. He's a bully. He's an asshole. Listen to this.
In high school, because a lot of kids always picked on me. I was a smaller kid. I was 100.
He deserved to get picked on.
Yeah, them some dumb kids.
Yeah.
You ain't misrepresented, right? You wasn't the bully, right?
No, I wasn't the
Beat shit out of
bully.
me.
He's misrepresented. He is the bully. Stop.
I promise. No,
Yeah.
I hated bullies, and
Right, yeah.
Colby is so fake. They talk about John Jones being one of the fakest fighters in the game. I think it's Colby Covington because the dude can flip it into business professional. I want to run for Congress. He also said this in this damn podcast. Come on, man. You're not running for Congress with all the bad stuff we got on. You ain't going to win. To say that you're not a bully, to say that you don't stand for bullying, you stand against bullying, but you push behaviors like this as a grown-ass man, calling somebody a cuck. Okay, it's one thing, a little bit of jokes here and there, but the stipulations, the this, the that, the constant excuses, the ducking. Colby Covington knows exactly what he is, man. An a-hole. A man who stands against bullying. Whereas I showed you the stipulations already. This is the man who doesn't bully.
It's
Look at
funny,
this.
man.
Dustin, you're a fucking coward. Your wife's a hoe, and she has fake tits on her chest, and you're a piece of shit father. Well,
Like, it's funny, I guess. The Hodge twins are cracking up at it. But, bro, it's just BS. Piece of shit father now, too. Come on, dog. You're not a bully. You're the essence of a bully, Colby Covington. And it's time that he gets his chin checked. And that is why I think you give Ian Garry this fight. Because there's somebody out there like Ian Garry with a legitimate chance to flatline Colby Covington. I, for one, am all for that matchup being made. Please make it happen, UFC. It's time to see Colby flat on his ass again. He was rock bad, dropped and stopped by Usman the first time. We need some vengeance once again. He needs to be humbled, man. The bully needs to be beaten. And I think Ian Garry's the perfect guy to do it to him. Colby's pushing the false narratives. He's pushing the lies. Hopefully YouTube doesn't get on me about playing that little clip of Colby's high kick, which that's a leg break? That's a foot break? I don't think so. You saw it. You know it. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I think that Colby Covington's a liar. And I think Colby Covington is ducking Ian Garry for whatever reason. I don't know if it's a negotiation tactic for more money or is it the truth be told that he recognizes a game matchup and losing to Ian Garry would be terrible for his career. So instead, signaling for a fight against maybe an older fighter like Wonder Boy or even a Gilbert Burns who's coming off of a knockout loss would be something that he wants more. You guys let me know in the comments what you thought. I appreciate you all. Make sure you guys smash the likes. As I've said, I want to get back on doing the news drops and the reactions. So we got a fun one here today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much. Peace out, everybody, and I'll see you in the next one.